Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a zombie Herobrine statue. Oh, and by the way, just in case you have any more statue related needs, feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my other various statue related tutorial playlists. And I'll also include a couple of other things that you guys might be interested in as well. Moving on, if you want to make Herobrine, here's what you're going to need. You will need some cyan stained clay and some black stained clay. Grab some dark green wool and some dark grey wool. Also grab white wool, dark blue, and finally grab yourself some cyan wool. And once you have each one of those materials right there, and once you've figured out what you want to make him, I'll be making him right here, you're going to want to kick off Herobrine with a row of 8 cyan stained clay in a row on the floor. That's 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once you have your row of 8 cyan stained clay on the floor, this is what you want to do for row number 2. You actually want to do another row of cyan stained clay on top of that first row. You then want to do 4 solid rows of dark blue wool. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. You then, for the next row, going from left to right, want to do 1 dark blue, 2 dark grey, 2 dark blue, 2 dark grey, 1 dark blue. You then want to do 3 solid rows of dark blue wool. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. You then, for the next row, starting from the right hand side here, want to do 1 cyan, 1 dark grey, then fill the rest of the row in with dark blue wool. Then for the next row, starting from the right again, do 2 cyan, 1 dark grey, then fill the rest of the row in with dark blue wool. You then want to take out your cyan wool and you want to do 10 solid rows of cyan wool. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. 10 rows of cyan wool. You then, for the next row, going from left to right, want to do 3 cyan wool, 2 dark green, 3 cyan wool. For the next row, do 2 cyan, 4 dark green, 2 cyan. And this is what you want to have for the front of your statue so far, guys. So this is what you want to have. Pretty easy, right? Once you've got that taken care of, we're now actually going to move around to the back of the statue, then we'll fill in the sides, then we'll do the head, then we'll do the arms. We're kind of doing it in a bit of a weird order. Once you've got that taken care of, move all the way around to the back of your statue and come all the way down to the bottoms of the feet. Take the 2 bottom corners of the statue and extend them, coming out of the back of the statue each by 3 with your cyan stained clay. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 with your cyan stained clay. Then connect each one of those third blocks together. Back block to back block. That's difficult to say fast. Back block to back block, just like that. What you then want to do on top of these 8 back blocks that we have right here, you want to stack 2 additional rows of cyan stained clay on top of it. So that'll be 1 and 2. Like this. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to build up the entire back of the statue exactly how we've just built up the front of the statue, and we're obviously just going to keep going up in this line right here. So once you have your 2 rows of cyan stained clay that you've just placed, you then, continuing to go up, want to do 7 solid rows of dark blue wool. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then of course we just have to fill these in. So that'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You then, whoops, how did that get there? You then, for the next row, going from left to right, want to do 4 dark blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1 cyan, then 3 dark blue. Then for the next row, do 3 dark blue, then 3 cyan, 2 dark blue. You then, for the next 12 rows, want to do 12 solid rows of cyan wool, guys, and you don't even have to count these out. If you just do a row of cyan wool that is equal to the height of the front of the statue, then that'll count as 12 anyway, so there's no real reason to count it out unless you really want to, but you can just do a row of 12 coming directly up from last few rows. And what you want to end up with, guys, for the back of the statue, you want to end up with something that should look exactly like this. And this is very, very simple, guys. Once you've got that taken care of, we can now move on to the next bit. So we're now going to fill in the sides of the statue, then we'll do the head, then we'll do the actual arms. So come all the way to this side of your statue. Come all the way down to the bottom of the feet, and this is what you want to do. So on top of this left cyan block right here, you want to stack 2 cyan stained clay on top of it. So that'll be 1, 2. On top of this right row here, you want to stack a single cyan stained clay. What you then want to do is you then just want to fill the side of the statue in with the colours that you see on the left and right hand side of you. And I'm just doing this very quickly and then I'll show you what I mean, because it's actually really, really simple. So once you've done the 2 cyan on the left, 2 cyan on the right, you then just want to fill in dark blue, where you have dark blue on the left and right hand side of you, and then you want to do the same thing with cyan that you have on the left and right hand side of you. And it's as easy as that, guys. That's exactly what you want to have. And of course, not only do you want to do this on one side of the statue, you also want to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So come into the opposite side here on this left block, 1, right block, 2, then we just have to, for the legs, do dark blue wool. And for the... oh, I should point out, by the way, for the opposite side of the statue, this side of the statue, you can't exactly follow what we did on that opposite side because the front of the statue is slightly different. But if you guys can see what I mean, we just have to place the same amount of dark blue on this side as we did that side anyway. So if you just copy off of that opposite side, you guys will have no trouble with that. It's just that it looks a little different on this side just because of how the front of the statue is positioned with the shirt untucked. But it's the exact same thing on both sides of the statue. And once you have got both sides of your statue taken care of, guys, we can then move on to the next bit, which is going to be the head. So come all the way to the front of the statue and come all the way up to the top of the torso. Take out your dark green wool, and on top of these 8 blocks of the torso right here, stack a row of 8 dark green wool, like that. You then want to extend this row of 8 dark green out in front by 1. You then want to do it again, except you want to do it with a more detailed row. So for the next row, coming towards you, going from left to right, do 2 dark green, 4 black stained clay, then 2 dark green wool. I almost said 4 cyan stained clay, I have no idea why, but 2 dark green, 4, I almost did it again. 2 dark green, 4 black stained clay, 2 dark green. Then we're just going to build up the entire face. So building up on top of this row right now, going from left to right, do 2 dark green, 1 black stained clay, 2 dark green, 1 black stained clay, 2 dark green. Then for the next row, do 3 dark green, 2 black stained clay, 3 dark green. Then for the next row, do 1 dark green, 2 white wool, 2 dark green, 2 white wool, 1 dark green. For the next row, do an entire row of dark green wool. For the next row, place a single black stained clay on the ends of your row and then fill the center of that row in with dark green wool. Then, to finish off the face, do 2 solid rows of black stained clay. So that'll be 1 and 2 to give you something which should look a little bit like this. And that is Zombie Herobrine's face. Truly frightening. Not only is he Herobrine, but he's also a zombie now. Double the threat. Once you've got the face taken care of, you now want to come all the way around to the back of the head, take out your dark green wool, and extending this first initial row of dark green back, do enough rows of dark green wool that they overhang the back of your statue by 2 rows. You don't really have to count it out, just make sure that you have dark green rows that overhang the back of the statue by 2 rows, 1 and 2. And what you can also do, guys, is knock out these 2 back blocks, these 2 middle back blocks in the very back row, and replace them with black stained clay, as you can see I've done right there. Once you've done that, this is what you want to do next. So now come to the side of the head, and come to the closest part to the front of the face. If you guys know what I'm talking about, that sentence didn't really make any sense as I review it, but I'm sure you know what I'm saying. What you now want to do, going left of this block right here, do a row of 4 dark green coming towards the back of the head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on top of these first 2 blocks that we place, stack 2 rows of 2 dark green. 1, 2. Bam! That is the only detail that you're going to want on the sides of the head. Not only do you want it on this side, but you also want it on the opposite side as well. So on the opposite side here, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 2, 2, easy as that. And once you've placed that dark green wool, you then want to take out your black stained clay, take the back 2 corners of the head, raise them up until they are equal height with the front of the head, and then just connect them front to back. And together, so kind of connect them all together in like a square shape, or a cube shape rather. Then fill all of the sides in with black stained clay, and that'll be the head completely taken care of once we've actually filled this thing in. And once the head's taken care of, we only have a couple of things left to do, and by a couple of things I mean his arms, which are actually quite easy as well. The arms are very, very simple. They're just 2 shapes, and then we just have to fill them in. They're basically just like the top of the arm plus the actual arm itself, like where he has his shirt. Connect those together, fill them in, do the same to the other side, and then we'll be done. So we're just filling in the right hand side of his head, and then we're going to fill in the back of the head, and then we'll do exactly as I've described, and then we can take a look at our zombie Herobrine. So we're just filling in the back of the head now. Shouldn't take too long. We've got 2 rows to do and 1 row to do, and bam! So this is what you want to have for your zombie Herobrine's head. Very, very creepy looking. Once you've got all of that taken care of, guys, we can then move on to the next bit. So once you've got the head taken care of, this is what you want to do next. Come all the way over to this side of your statue, where we have these top 2 corners of cyan wool right here. Take out your cyan wool and extend these top 2 corners out of the side of the statue each by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Take each one of those 4th blocks and extend them each down by 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then connect them all the way to the back of the statue, and connect them to the back of the statue, I mean connect them back to the statue, not the back of the statue, although the back part of the arm should be connected to the back. And you can also connect them together as well to form a cube shape, like this. You then want to take out your dark green wool, and coming to the front of what you've just made, you want to take each one of the 4 corners of this square that we have here, extend each one of the corners coming out in front of the statue each by 8 with your dark green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can just connect each one of those 8 blocks together like this. So we're just going to connect each one of those 8 blocks together, and it should look like this. So we have a nice big giant rectangular shape attached to a nice big giant cube shape. Once you've done that on one side of the statue, go ahead and do the exact same thing on the opposite side of the statue. So we're coming to the opposite side now. We have these top 2 corners with our cyan wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down by 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Connect them all the way to the back of the statue, and I'm phrasing that wrong again. Connect them back to the statue is what I'm trying to say. Then connect them together, form a cube shape. It just makes it easier like that. Then take out your dark green wool, and then take the 4 corners of the front facing square, extend them out each by 8 with your dark green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can just connect each one of them together, each one of the 8th blocks I should say together, and once you've done that you have the outlines for the arms. And of course all we have to do now to finish off our zombie Herobrine, which is looking creepier and creepier as this goes on, all we have to do is just completely fill the arms in with the front parts, of course, dark green wool, the back parts, the bit at the top of the arm, we have to fill in with cyan. It's pretty self-explanatory, and once we've done that, we've actually 100% fully completed our... whoops, stuck under his head. We will have fully completed our statue, so we're just going to fill in the bottom of the arm now, top of the arm, and then well, I guess we have to move on to the next arm. And then we can take a look at this thing. Pretty easy statue to build. I've built a lot of zombie related statues. I've built like an actual zombie. I built a zombie villager. I have a feeling that I've built like zombie Steve. Actually, I don't think I've built zombie Steve, but I built like a zombie villager. I built an actual zombie, and this is by far my favorite one to do out of all of them. I think the zombie Herobrine definitely is creepier than any of the others that I've ever made. Definitely creepier. I've made some creepy statues, guys. I've made some very creepy statues. I've made like Mr. Krabs in statue form. I've made SpongeBob in multiple statue forms. I've made Plankton. I've made Squidward, which is one of the creepiest statues that I've ever done. But this is by far, this takes the cake. Creepy Herobrine with those white eyes. Oh, this is probably the creepiest statue that I've made. And like I said, I've made a few. Although the SpongeBob statues weren't designed to be creepy. And thinking about it, you guys thought that the Simpsons statues were creepy as well. Why is it that you guys find all of my statues creepy? I don't try to be this way, it just happens. So this is what you want to have once you... Oh, we don't want that, do we? No, that's awful. This is what you want to have once you have 100% fully filled in your zombie Herobrine statue, and it's looking pretty good if you ask me, guys. Let's take a look at this thing without the UI on, and there we go. Look at this. Look at this guy looking pretty good if you ask me. So this is what it should look like once he's been 100% fully filled in, guys. And hopefully you like him, because I like him. I like him a lot. And if you do like him, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a like, a favourite, a share. Anything you'd feel like doing to help me out, guys, I would just vastly appreciate. I only made this guy due to your guys' suggestions. Apparently he is in Skin Pack 2. I didn't invent this, I didn't pick this out of my mind. He is actually in Skin Pack 2, which I'll show you actually after we've done a full rotation. So if you would like, favourite, share, if you would please comment down below what would you like to see next in the statue world or not the statue world, it doesn't really matter to me. What else, guys? Check out the card system and the links below down in the description, and I'll actually link you guys to not only my playlist but a couple of other tutorials that you might. I've got an Explorer Steve statue which you guys might like to make, another zombie related statue, and I think that you guys might also like my Diamond Armor Steve. But let me show you the skin of Zombie Herobrine before we get out of here, guys. So I don't actually own the skin pack, and I don't know why. That's Battle in the Beast. I don't actually own the skin pack, and I don't know why I don't own it. Maybe it's because I'm cheap, but we should be able to find him. Maybe this is the wrong skin pack, guys. Bear with me. It might be skin pack 3. It's skin pack 3. I got the wrong skin pack. My bad. But here he is, guys. This is Zombie Herobrine, and this is him. Can you see him? He's looking pretty frightful, isn't he? I need to do the zombie pigman. I still need to work on this guy. I can do that. I should definitely do that. But anyway, that's Herobrine. If you guys liked it, like, favorite, share if you would, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Dun dun dun.